right, that was Ruby Tuesday with Fools and Leaf. Now, that was rocking and very reminiscent of like early 70s, late 60s for sure.
Yeah. I love the vocal. It's a great vocal. I couldn't hear the music properly through your speakers, and obviously I can't have this on mine because I'm on Skype.
Right.
Because my technology's prehistoric, basically. But no, it was a really good tune. Liked it.
Nolan, Catherine?
Yeah, I agree. It's I was reminded of early Black Sabbath, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Except there's a lot more going on than what they did. But yeah, typical of Ruby Tuesday is great power and amazing.
Great drive, yeah. You covered it.
Right on. So next up, we're going to get to another band I meant to play last week, but I didn't. And I just started following them recently, and they're from Detroit. And this band's called... they're the Detroit Dirty Music, and the band's called the song's called "Phantom of the Ilharmonic." Dig this.
Detroit right.
Detroit rocks, yeah. Right on. That was Dirty Mind Detroit, and that was Phantom of the Ilharmonic. Now, that was a tribute tune to say the least, and these guys are very multiversal. This isn't the only kind of music they do. They do rock and roll as well, and this was a tribute tune to say the least. I really like this tune.
I did too. I was fascinated all the way through. I mean, it's very theatrical and operatic, and of course the classical side of me was jumping up and down. But yeah, just the melding of genres was really fascinating. I liked it a lot. She did.
She was jumping up and down. Yeah, that was a great tune. It was. What can you say?
Yeah, it blew me away. We have not heard anything remotely like that on the show, I don't think.
No, we have not. Dave?
Yeah, I mean, as I was saying to you while it was playing, it's innovators. I mean, can you remember a band called The Art of Noise back in the 80s? They used to do a lot of instrumental stuff. They used a lot of samples and would change the rhythms, and there's so much fusion in there, so many different styles. Great song. Yeah, I'd love to hear more of them. Definitely.
Right on. So next up, we're going to get to a band called Bison Sound, and the song's called Sonic Boom. Dig this.